Hello, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I wanted to show you some more of some Miles Morales. This is endgame. I've already beat the game, all of that stuff. So, I've added a few more things to my benchmark thing up here. The CPU, how much percent of it is being used, and the megahertz for it, and how much RAM. I think and the GPU, what that's running at. So as you can see, my CPU is running at about 45%. This is the 5800X. And then my GPU is the 3080, RTX 3080. Got 32 gigs of system RAM. And the RAM for the video RAM is only at about 95, 94 throughout this. But you can see... So that's why I don't understand why why people are saying, oh, your CPU bottlenecked, man. If it's only using 45% or 40% of my CPU, I don't understand why this game is running sub 60 FPS with this build. Like, I don't. You can say that this is the best optimized game in the world, but I just don't think it's optimized. I don't think it has anything to do with my PC. I think it has to do with this game just being terribly unoptimized. And you know, this is from the video I made that I think the bottlenecks, or not bottlenecks, but the benchmarks are just essentially propaganda. Like, why they always using old games to do those benchmarks when we should be seeing what it does with new games, brand new games that come out just around the time the cards come out. But they always go back to old games to kind of show you, like, oh, look at the uptick. But then when you put in a new game, you're stuck with, like, not being able to play it right. Like, you know what I mean? This game right here should be running fine. 40 freaking frames a second at 1440p, man. Really? You're trying to tell me that we can't get better than that with ray tracing on? 40 frames a second. Oh, but look at my FPS climb when we're by a building. Ooh. So see, look, man, like this right here is one of the busiest parts in this game, I think. Am I at Central Square? Yeah, I am, like right here. Like, look. CPU is still at 50%. 45%. That's why I don't understand, like, when people are telling me that, oh, it's a CPU bottleneck. Like, I don't understand that. Like, why? How am I bottlenecked? I'm only at 47%. My GPU is only at 55%. How am I bottlenecked in this game at all? How is this bottleneck? That's what I don't get. Like, I understand what you guys are saying. Like, yeah, dude, the CPU can be bottlenecking the GPU and stuff like that. But if the CPU is not maxed out, how is that bottlenecking me? Because isn't your CPU supposed to be at 100% for it to bottleneck your GPU? Shouldn't it be able to feed my GPU? I mean, obviously, I've got the highest freaking settings, traffic density, everything going on right now. And we're at 47 freaking percent, 56. Like, it goes up a little bit, but it never really crosses the halfway mark. So how am I being CPU bottlenecked? Unless they're only running this off of one core or a couple cores, you know, and that's considered maxed out. That means it is not an optimized game. This is not an optimized experience. My PC should be able to blow the freaking doors off this game if it's truly fully utilized. And yeah, I do. I think the benchmarking and all of that stuff for PCs is a little bit... I think it's propaganda, man. It feels like propaganda to me. They're like, oh yeah, you buy this new stuff and you're gonna get way better. And I'm like, dude, they're not even using the power that we already have. Why do I need more power if they're not even using the power of what we have? Ooh, look, we got up to 70. You see what I mean? Like, this is why I think it's a joke, man. That when everybody's like, oh, you need the latest and greatest when it comes to PC stuff. Like, no, man. Like, they're not even using the full power, the full potential of what I have right now. And this game is on the max settings. So where am I losing all that power? Why isn't my CPU running a lot higher than? Why isn't my CPU or my GPU maxed out? That's what I want to know. Where is that freaking? Where is it getting left? Where's that power on the table? It seems like there's 50% more power on CPU and GPU that are just sitting on the freaking table somewhere. Not even being utilized. Not even being used in this game to give me a great experience with the $2,500 PC I already have. That's what I'm talking about. When we get to these benchmarks and stuff, like, where's that power being left on the table? How come I can't find it? How come I can't utilize it? I paid for it. I want to utilize it. I mean, I've got everything set max, you know. I mean, turning down the settings. If I'm not even maxing out my CPU and GPU, or my memory, or my RAM to play this game, and I'm still not getting the power, this is a poorly optimized game. I don't care what Digital Foundry says. I don't care what NX Gamer says. Half of my power is being left on the table, and I'm still struggling. I mean, yeah, dude, my settings are way higher than the PlayStation 5, but half of my power, my PC's not even using half its power. Right here, look at this. I'm dropping down to 30 frames a second. 30 frames a second with half my power sitting on the table. I can't even run this game at 60 freaking locked frames a second. Look at this. 50% of my power is sitting on the table. And I can't even run this freaking game at 60 frames. Can't even run this game at 60 frames unless I come all the way up here to the top of these freaking buildings. Ah, here we go. Look, now I can get some 60s. I can get into 60s. But I don't want to sit up here the whole time. I want to be down there by the streets at 60 frames a second. That's all I'm asking for. 1440p at 60 frames a second. And I'm not even getting that, so I'm sad. That's why I think this PC stuff is a little bit overhyped. If I'm not even going to get to be able to use my full power before people are telling me, oh, you're bottlenecked, you need a better CPU. Do I need a better CPU, or do I need better optimized games, or what do I need, man? I'm new to PC gaming. But it doesn't take a genius to kind of figure this stuff out. Like, seriously, if I'm half of my utilization of the power I have on tap, why would I need to spend more money to be able to use half of that power to get a little bit better? Because that's all that's going to happen. If I go out and buy a 5950X and I upgrade to a 40 series card, or get the 7950X or whatever, and I upgrade to a 40 series card, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be leaving half my power on the table just to get freaking 60 frames. Oh no, man. No, that's but you got to lower settings, Frog. You got to lower the settings so that you can get so that it'll be in. No, man. I have enough power. I have 50% more power sitting on tap to be able to run this game at maximum settings. I have the power already. Why isn't it utilizing it? What's going on with this, man? Oh, but Frog, if you just get a better PC and you just spend another $2,000 for a card, it'll get you 60 frames a second. Oh my gosh. You guys crack me up, man. I love you guys. I love you guys. I really do, but you guys crack me up. Look, man, those are the numbers right there. It's telling you we're at 60. We're 60% of my GPU and 43% of my CPU, man. Where's the rest of my power at? I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't take another 50% of my CPU just to run Riva Tuner. You know what I mean? Or MSI. Yeah, the MSI thing. Afterburner. I don't think it takes 50% of my GPU and CPU to run this. Woo! We're gonna fly, dude. I love playing these Spider-Man games. They're freaking awesome. But come on, man. Come on. You're gonna tell me that we can only max out on half of my power to run this? Like, where the heck is the rest of my power? Yeah, I'm pretty sure 45/25 is better than the 3.5, you know, in the PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on, guys? Oh. That's... Ooh, look, I'm getting into the 50s up there. Oh, no, I got my 60. I got my 60, and I'm close to ground level. Mind you, that my shadow ray tracing is off. That is the only reason that these frame rates are going above what they normally would. But this is pitiful, man. Like, I'm not even at 60 frames a second, and I got half of my power sitting on the table. So, all right, man. That's my rant for today. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Yes, this is endgame. I've already beat the game. Whew. So that's what it is. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
No problem. She's been gone a while, huh?